You guys are on a perfect date. You're like, yo, I think I might ask this chick to come to my crib, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Just maybe for some coffee or a glass of wine or something.
Mm-hmm.
Coffee.
If I don't get to have sex with her, I'll be okay. We'll go on another date.
If
Um,
that happens, I'll be
on
okay.
your,
You sound like Quagmire.
cause you,
Giggity, giggity,
cause
giggity,
you will
giggity.
be okay.
Like, yeah, I'm okay being, 20-some years old with blue balls. Yeah,
You'll be okay. Cause
I'll
I
be
mean,
okay.
you got lotion, you got your hands, you'll be okay. But
Right. It's not the same.
so if the girl's
Mm,
like, I gotta tell you something personal on the first date, and you're like, okay, in your mind, you're like, oh my god, what should I say? Like, I'm kind of freaking out, but you don't want to show that, you want to
right.
keep it cool. So she turns around, she puts her hands in her mouth, and takes off the front of her teeth, and says, I have false teeth.
Hmm.
And that's the whole top row. She wanted to tell you that because she didn't want you to like find out on like, a weird way. When she goes to sleep, she takes them out,
Oh, God.
and
Shake it off,
she's
shake it
gonna
off, shake
ask you, well, do you feel weird about this, or is this not gonna work? Because I want to be
I'm
my true self.
I'm gonna tell you something. It's
Tell me.
very all right. When a guy's on a date with a chick, there's very little stuff she can do could make us feel otherwise. No lie. Like in a guy's mind, that's a plus. It's like, yo, like if she gives me woo, when she gives me head, like that's what we're thinking. Like we're not even gonna think about like our mind
I guess
goes
this is the
so
adult version of the eclectic show today. Sorry.
yes, it goes so far dirty, like that negative becomes a positive. It's like word. Wow. So then you start asking questions like, "Oh no, it's cool. How long have you been like this? Did you do anything with it? Like it comes to get crazy. So it's very rare that a female could say something to a dude on the first date that's gonna make him be like, I ain't messing with her no more. Unless it's something like, yo, I just slept with your best friend before we went on this date, and it's like, all right, you're nasty. You don't talk to me no more. But other than that, it's very little stuff a female can say to make us be like, man, I ain't talking to her no more.
What if
Very
she
little.
had? What if she only had one leg, and then she had a plastic one on the other?
There's very little stuff you can say to a dude that's gonna make him feel otherwise. I'm telling you,
Well,
like when
well, I think that's a true statement to some degree, but that's a true statement. There's very little that you could say when a guy is interested in having sex with a
true,
female. Now,
true,
if a guy wants to
Right.
have a
Because I
relationship
mean,
with a woman, they're just as brutal as women are. There's some
right.
moments that are just kind of awkward. Like for
Mm-hmm.
instance, if you're on a date and a woman just licks your forehead, it might be
Mm.
a little uncomfortable,
Hey,
considering you don't really know this person.
I don't know where her tongue been. I don't know
You
what
know,
she just did to her. I don't know. I'm about to break out or something. I'm scared. I'm nervous.
maybe she tongue
you
kisses
already
her
broke
dog,
up.
which is another thing. You don't really know someone until you really like that would gross me out.
Listen,
Some people do that. So you gotta,
I know people that do it.
see. There
You
you go. Please don't introduce
and
him to me. I'm not cute. Okay.
yeah, don't yeah. I don't like that.
Seven doesn't look how he looks on the internet. It's her. It's terrible.
Kissing your dog in the mouth.
It's all camera tricks.
Kissing dogs in the
But
mouth and
like,
stuff.
what is
I would be coming up with that freaky
what is
stuff.
your perfect
Hmm.
ultimate date?
A
Mm,
perfect ultimate date.
What?
mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, like
Seven.
like your perfect ultimate date.
Seven. I'm gonna let you answer this
Because
first.
I don't really necessarily agree
Mm-hmm.
that you need to have sex the first date.
Nah. Seven. I'm
I
gonna let you
don't
answer
think
that. I'm a.
that's for a person that you just you will walk into Dunkin' Donuts and
Mm-hmm.
you are like, wow, she's actually, you're attractive.
She's
So you're like,
hot.
you pull up some type of line out your ass, and she's like, okay, I'll give you my number.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shucks.
Okay.
And then, well, you talk a little bit on text, on the phone,
Yeah.
just
A
asking
little
like little
talking.
giggly, funny questions. There's all games in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, let me take you out to dinner or something. Or let's go mini golfing. I got a car. I ain't a bum. I'm a
Mm-hmm.
working man.
Mm-hmm.
And then you take her where? Like, where is the perfect date? Like, for you in
Well,
your
see,
head.
pause right there. See, once we got to that whole I'm gonna talk on the phone thing, I'm listening. I'm like, all right. Let's see. Is she witty? Because a good sense of humor, it's a fact that it's a sign of intelligence. They even say like little kids with a good sense of humor are the most intelligent kids. So,
Hey,
you start looking at that, and I'm like, okay,
Well,
okay, and then so we might not even get to the date if the phone conversation doesn't even work well. You know what I'm saying? So,
true that.
because I know people that have met on Twitter
mm,
and Facebook and have started their relationships via social networks
mm-hmm.
and then bring text messaging, phone calls, FaceTime, and then meet maybe
And then
weeks,
you
months
see
later,
that it's
and
not
then
exactly the
connect.
same picture that you
And then
saw.
that's when the song
No,
"It's the
that's the
liar."
thing. The people that I know
Mm-hmm.
have actually, I don't know, this is weird to me because I never thought about trying like that online dating thing, but
Right.
and people kick it off and they feel it,
Mm.
and then they get married 10 years later. I'm not that deep into it, but
Wow. MySpace jump off. I mean,
yeah, I mean, I know some people that met on MySpace and they're married now,
hey,
and it's crazy. But like when you take the time to meet the person and not just the picture, it's
Mm-hmm.
different, I
it
guess.
is
Right.
different. It is different. I mean, it goes different ways. I mean, me per se, if I was on a date
Mm-hmm.
and like I feel the perfect date is a date where you could walk away from knowing the person, knowing that much more about the person. I feel like that was a perfect date because everything got accomplished. You had a good time, you laughed,
But
you joked,
are you,
you
you're not supposed to know everything about the person the first date.
no, but what I'm saying is you walk away knowing a little bit more about that person. Not everything. I'm not saying a whole bunch of stuff, but
A little bit
you get
more
to
that
a little bit
interests
more.
you to learn even more.
Yeah, I'm not saying you go down there with your social security card and everything. You give them your whole work history, your whole sex history, your whole dating history. No, I'm not saying that. I mean, just saying that you talk a little bit. Talk about all your hobbies, your jobs, just a little something. To keep you intrigued. And then the next date, you talk about other stuff, or the next phone call, you talk about more stuff. Talk little by little.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I feel like that's the perfect date. Leaving that date thinking about that person, what to ask them the next time,
Mm.
or knowing more about that person. That's what I feel the perfect date is, because
Okay.
that's me.
Here's another question.
Hmm.
Do
Hold
you
up.
feel it's appropriate
Hold on now.